So, the internet. A place where most of us have spent our times from early 2000s till even nowadays. A place that many would consider something comforting, a place where you can share your passion, your hobbies, your weird interests with other people all around the world. Suddenly it just feels desolate. It feels really wrong. It's like what once wasn't a place to just be sharing your ideas, sharing your passion, playing games with others, enjoying your time with some people from around the world, now turn into what? A brick flinging fest of echo chamber and repeating the things that you hear from other people that might not even be true. What the hell happened to this bloody place? You might remember days of joining a random server on like Counter-Strike, Team Fortress 2, Left 4 Dead, your game here like Call of Duty or whatever, just having your fun time. Yes, you were maybe insulting each other like a lunatic, but that's normal. That's kind of how it always has been, even nowadays. So nowadays it's a lot more messed up in the head, realistically speaking, but why has the world gone from using the internet to provide information, to share their own passion, to help random people around the world with some random issue, or maybe tell them to download this batch file that's gonna open your CD drive and it's a cup holder, not bad. Does that age how... does that tell you how old I am? Probably should. I digress. To me, internet nowadays feels like just a dumpster fire of what it once was. A shell, if you will. An empty one that's just been completely killed off. It's not the same as it once was, where you could just go on a random place on the internet, just share your passion, share your love, interests, without being swarmed by a bunch of morons going, "Oh, you're doing this wrong," la 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 la, kind of thing. Like, where have we gone wrong at this rate? Why is it that any form of discussion now will result in some form of aggression towards the other individual who's trying to start a conversation or try to talk about something that is not harmful to them, to anyone rather? Like, you want to talk about, I don't know, how your favorite character from this game, is it one of your favorite characters, and why it is, and someone's gonna just jump in and go, "You are very wrong because you said this and this and this and that, and you go die," or something. Like, why, dude? Did they do something to you? Did this person kill your dog like ATF would? Like, explain to me, seriously. It's so weird that you can't even speak your own thoughts on the internet like you used to, with obvious caveats. So I'm not gonna specify what, but it's obvious what you shouldn't be speaking about, you morons. Don't think this is me defending wrongful things. I'm just speaking about people who have passion about stuff, not the wrong stuff. Anyway, I can't get over the fact that people are like lashing out, canceling, as they say nowadays on Twitter, about the most minute or stupid thing ever. That someone like, I don't know, drew Sonic with more feminine body. But I don't know, just the best thing that came to my mind, because it's like 35 years of Sonic existing, if I recall correctly. Something like that. I can't remember correctly. Genuinely going off of a vague memory. Just saw that on Blue Sky that came to my mind. But like, there's no reason for you to care if it's not harming you or not harming anyone else. Why not just leave it alone? Let the person be happy with what they did instead of going, "You're wrong, you should perish, go pull out Saddam Hussein," or something like that. Okay, dude, what the hell? What did they do to you? As I said, like, seriously. Makes no sense. It's especially been prominent with like Linux community in general. Well, that's a dead horse that I'm not gonna really be beating. So I'm just gonna simply say you can't go anywhere without someone literally berating you for doing something wrong without telling you what it is. It's just like, are you gonna tell me or what? Fucking morons. But not to mention one more thing around Linux stuff before I forget. I completely moved from Linux. I'm no longer using it on Windows now, and I'm pretty happy. I can't complain. It works, and that's all I freaking need. Anyway, what I also noticed in somewhat recent time is a lot of people who are, for lack of better words, terminally online. Like literally don't have anyone in person to talk with and are just existing online, which it's pretty fucking sad, let's be honest. Like, Jesus Christ. In certain situations, I can kind of understand it if you're under very, very niche situations. I can kind of understand the kind of stuff. I don't blame them, but I blame the. I'm mostly talking about people who have, you know, two shits in the head to function like a normal human being can. Well, normal. I'm afraid I'm not normal, but it's probably established since day one. Or since I started this channel, I guess. But I digress. What I noticed with like a lot of people, especially furries, who are terminally online is they really, really want to seek, like stick themselves to you and then start dumping useless trauma or drama stuff after you know them for like one day. Like, alright, listen here. I never fucking asked for this. Piss off. Second of all, there's a difference between trauma dumping and people expressing like their mental state, their emotional state, their problems with those who they know for years. Like there's a major gap between that stuff, and these people just don't understand that, and they just go, "Oh my, blah, happened and blah, thing happened." Like, dude, no one cares. Shut up. Stop asking for this or talking about this stuff unless you're an attention whore, and you can go screw off. Kindly me. Some people genuinely, as of recently, especially in VR chat, have been driving me to drink with how often they act this way. Like, no one cares. And people who care are gullible, and then they realize, oh, he's just lying. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Of course he's gonna be lying, you dumbass. What do you expect from the internet? Oh, you expect people to be very nice to you now, or you expect them to not lie to you? Well, tough shit, we've been in this era since mid-2010s, I think. The point is, like, if you think that you can trust a person you've never really talked to or haven't talked to them for years online, even then, you should not trust them unless they actually express their the true emotions and true identity behind this, which is in this case a virtual avatar, but like a profile picture and whatnot. Ugh, that kind of stuff is a major red flag, in my opinion, when the people who just come up to you out of nowhere start talking about their trauma, their drama bullshit they've gone through, and they're like, I got banned in this group. Shut up. Who cares? If you got banned, that's your problem. That's not my problem. Seriously. The main difference I noticed as well with some of these people, or main thing I also noticed with these people, is they refuse help. Then why are you crying to people if you refuse to get any form of help? Seriously. Like, what do you achieve? Tell me. what do you get from doing this? You get pity points? Do you get nothing? Or do you just get my brain to be hammering me for the rest of the night because I have a fucking headache from listening to you? You nonce. I'm coming from the days of, like, late 2000s, early 2010s is when I got probably regrettably unrestricted access to the internet. It was way different back then. It was far more, let's say, Wild West. There's no laws, no nothing, and a lot of people were just way more big-mouthed, I guess is the best way I can say it, without just straight up saying what they are doing. And back then, like, people would find, like, saying, no, Justin Bieber as an insult or gay as an insult, like, age like fine wine. Surely, age like fine wine. Spoilers, it did not, if you can't fucking tell that I'm satiric. I'm always satiric. But nowadays, it's gone from Wild West-esque, big-mouthed hellspawn full of, like, at least in my opinion, funny memes. Exceptions exist, like Moonman, but if you know, you know. I'm not talking about that stuff on this channel. Piss off. Thank you. It went from that to just politically infested hellspawn with unfunny crap that I just don't understand. How the hell do people find this funny? How is that? I mean, okay, I don't hate people who are kids who do it, like teenagers and whatnot. We had our own phase that which is called Gmod deal box, but when adults do it, just what are you trying to imply here? You're doing the how are you doing, fellow kids? Fucking image with I forgot the actor's name. You probably know what I'm referring to. Like, I don't understand that. That annoys me a bit. But when it's like some kid in the street or at a party just going hey, like, that's fine. Because they're just young. We were young at one point. We had our own phase of that. Gmod DDO box. Team Fabulous 2. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Pepe's, I guess, if you're on Twitch. I mean, even nowadays it's okay, not common. So, but yeah, it's just a weird place where we're at now. Instead of being completely unhinged, no filters, now it's either like, I am a political person and I just bit my tongue. Ah, fuck. God damn it. I was not comfortable. It's either gonna be that, a sane human who's like an artist, who just wants to spread their love, their passion, or someone who just wants to cause problems. I mean, you just can't say that to the political person. Same difference at this point. It's just like both ends are the same thing. And the middle ground is the quietest, because they're all buried under the shit pile of the dumpster fire that it is not the current internet. And I kinda don't understand this. How have we gone from no fucks given to politics and religion and whatever the hell people shove in their faces now, in other people's faces, and then call like, you are wrong, like, people, for Christ's sake, can we literally, and I mean this seriously, shut the fuck up about politics and religion, because nobody gives a flying fuck about that stuff on the internet, because we're here to escape the reality and chill for like 5 minutes just so we can calm down and continue with our lives. We're not here to spread misinformation and talk about how AI is killing the planet while fucking being vegan is more power reserving than not using AI, which I'm not even joking, that's actually been proven. You can look it up and go cry in the comments for all I care that I mentioned AI now, and you go fuck yourself. I'm serious. It's actually more green energy efficient to go vegan than to be anti-AI. And I'm in the middle on the AI bullshit because like it is bullshit, but I can see the use case. Go cry elsewhere. I literally do not care. But no, seriously, I don't care. Reserve that for Blue Sky or even better Mastodon, because that's where you belong. Bitch. But now that I just mentioned that, I'll add my little statement on this stuff. I genuinely think there's hope for AI in one industry only. Assistance. Code assistance mainly. Not vibe coding. No. That's a... Jesus Christ. That's an entire dumpster fire I refuse to touch. No, I'm referring to assistance in coding. When you're making a program and you get lost, or you want to just have it sorted, cleaned up, checked, or whatnot, you use like Claude as this example, which an anonymous friend of mine does use that. And they mentioned how Claude has helped them to filter out the issue and then be able to fix it on their own. Sorry, they're non-binary, so my bad. And that's the thing, like that's useful. Both me and them have ADHD, and guess what's problematic with ADHD? Trying to remember what the last thing you did is, and then trying to figure out where the hell did you write that, and then troubleshooting the entire thing. It takes hours. But then you just do this, like, just, hey, here's my code, please tell me what's broken, and it just tells you, oh, it's this thing, just go there and fix that, like, in a minute. 2 minutes most. And people are going apeshit over this stuff instead of like being, oh wow, it can actually help people with mental health issues. What they do actually should support this, but on a self-hosted level and more private stuff, not burn the fucking things down. But at the same time, we're going on the side of like, why are you making a data center near a fucking zoo, you morons? Seriously. That I disagree with. I hate where this kind of stuff is going, where RAM prices, storage prices, and just the whole data center bullcrappery is going on. You don't need to do that. AI is not gonna go that far. It's gonna stay niche after. Give it a few more months, it's just gonna go. I mean, is it already not going downhill with how much companies are losing money with data centers just being built and not being utilized, and half of them don't even function. Whoop-de-doo. But the thing is, that's the only good use case I can think of related to this. It's accessibility options for coding. But otherwise, I genuinely don't have a personal take on what else could be useful. And that's my only genuine open-minded statement that I can give about LLMs or AI, I guess. Same difference. But people will probably go like pitchforks in hand, torches in the other hand, and going, "No, shit's not right. You should die." Like, as I said, Mastodon is down the hell away. There's another right place for that. But no, seriously, I feel like that's the only good thing I can think of off the top of my head right now that's actually going to be beneficial for some people, especially for those who have ADHD or autism or both, like my friend I mentioned, Porter saw that they are really struggling with this kind of stuff, and I'm really happy to see them just working on their own project. I'm not mentioning which one, because I don't want them to be floodgated by morons, and how the small bits where Claude was able to help them fix the problems on spot and stop them from overthinking about distro hopping or just going to Windows. It's phenomenal for what it can do in those kinds of situations. And I think people just are over-exaggerating the entire AI bad thing, like whoop-de-doo. Just to get out of my Yeah. Spoke too fast. I thought to get that off of my chest, and instead of making a dedicated video, I might as well just share it here and probably get a lot of people hating on me, but I don't give up, Prime. Fuck. As I mentioned, I'll mention it one more time. Maston is down the hallway. Have fun there. But that's really gonna be doing. That's gonna be that from me about my personal view on the internet and all the kind of stuff that's been going on with the internet and the way I see it. And I kind of sad that it went this direction, but we really can't do much. We're just a minority in the big floodgate of hell that is the internet, but hey, you're gonna take what you can and embrace the stuff that you have and live your life. It's not the end of the world. It's just something that's been on my mind and thought to share. Also, just to give an update to my previous video, I'm in a bit of a better mental state right now. My back is itching, goddammit. I'm in a bit of a better mental state right now. Not the best, but I'm still kind of recovering from all the bullcrap that I'm doing. Started job hunting more proficiently-ish. The heatwave's killing me, so I'm gonna be honest about that. But I've been getting back into doing 3D art again. You can check my Blue Sky. Also have a Blue Sky only for art account now. So I might share those two if I don't forget. I might, but who knows. And also have my coffee in the description if you want to support. Anything goes a long way, especially with the fact that my currency is a dumpster fire, as I'm using that word way too many times, and take a shot every time I say dumpster fire. You're probably gonna be ending up in a hospital. Have fun. Besides, that aside, just thought to share this little personal observation that I kind of just thought about, because I've been watching a lot of old horror games like Slenderman and Amnesia: The Dark Descent, and SCP Containment Breach. I love the game, really good game, honestly, for how old it is and how janky. Yeah, thought to just openly just talk about this kind of stuff. And that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.